take a Tesla car, has 5 or 6 or 7,000 batteries like this, all connected together. So these batteries go out, you got all these batteries now, what are they gonna do with them? I just heard today, or yesterday, we're hauling these batteries down to South America, in some Indian tribe down there, they're burying them. They've had numerous explosions down there. They have now said there's no more batteries coming down. What are we gonna do with all these batteries? Pile them up down here? These batteries, if you put them in a landfill, lithium, any battery today disposes over a period of time. But what happens is, if the battery disposes in a landfill, it's gonna catch on fire. The thing is that if you take a lithium battery and you grind it up, it'll explode. So you can't grind it up, so there's no feasible way. We have a disaster coming with all these cars now with batteries, even your power tools, what are you gonna do with them? So the thing is I'm talking about today, I have a solution. We have to get away from the lithium because it's gonna kill us. It's a toxic material, there's the fumes on it and everything else. They've had numerous fires like in New York with the scooters catching on fire. There's been one, every day you hear of fires, this and that. So basically, what I'm doing here is I'm going to explain a little bit how a battery works, so you know what.
Can you share the screen?
The battery today.
Yep.
Thank you.
Has a shell like this, and you have an anode and you have a cathode. What happens is when you discharge your battery, you're like a flashlight. I need the battery again. The power goes from the anode to the cathode. Okay, now when you charge the battery, you put a charger on and you take the electrons that go to the anode and they go back to the anode. The anode is the electron storage of the electrons. Now what you need in between here is a catalyst. The catalyst is what transfers the power. Just like you have a bucket of water here and a bucket of water here. You got a hose that takes the water from this bucket down to that bucket. Now if you want to put the water back up to the bucket again, you got to get a pump or something like that to put it back up again. Well, the battery, they use a battery charger. Now the thing is that with a lithium battery, you got a catalyst in there, which is lithium. Lithium today has, over a period of time, it can just disintegrate and the whole battery blow up. Lithium today, they've had problems with it if you've been charging it on some of these fast chargers now, that the battery can actually explode. What happens is with lithium batteries today, like Tesla and what have you, because they got to keep that battery cool. If it gets too hot, it explodes. So what the cars today have an air conditioning. All these batteries got coils around them, just like a coil for your refrigerator, and an air conditioner, just like you have in your car, to keep the batteries so they don't get hot. Okay, that's more maintenance, something more to go around with your car. Okay, the thing is that if you take a fire department today, even up here at Eden Prairie, their instructions are if they go out to see a car that's on fire, if it's in a garage, they'll try to pull it out, but they just let it burn. There's nothing they can do about it. And so, plus you got the pollution. If you had a car in a garage today, a parking lot that caught on fire, or let's say you got apartments, you got, the garage in the basement, well, you're gonna contaminate the whole doggone apartment complex with all the fumes and what have you. So the thing is, we're sitting on a disaster right now, and nobody that I know of has got a way of taking care of it. And here we're going to have all these batteries, all these car companies are building more plants to make batteries and what have you, and all they're going to add to the problem. So basically what I've come up with here is a solution. I have, did you pass out the, no, okay. I have a solution to the lithium, and that is substituted with hemp. Now hemp today, as you well know, can grow anywhere. Hemp today can grow in any kind of soil. It don't need much water. And it's recyclable. The thing is that with hemp today, you can use as a rotation crop and then what have you. And so it's a crop that very economically to grow. It can grow in sand or anything because it doesn't need the water that other plants do and what have you. So what I have here is a product that will substitute lithium for hemp, and that's the whole thing. Now the thing is, I've passed around as far as the PowerPoints, as far as the advantages of okay.
This one?
The hemp battery is fully recyclable. The lithium is difficult to recycle. They haven't even figured out a way to do it yet. Hemp battery is lower cost. A lithium battery would be about 3 times more expensive than my hemp battery. Higher density. What we're talking about is that in a battery with hemp in it, it'll hold more electricity versus lithium. Okay, it's lighter weight. This example, I had it here. Oh. Here's a regular alkaline battery. I want to pass this around with this. And you can see the difference with the hemp battery is half the weight. And then also, because it's more density in that, and the catalyst that we use in here, my battery, is hemp versus lithium, we can move the electrons faster from the anode to the cathode versus lithium. So it's a faster charging. My battery uses no toxic materials. Basically, the battery consists of magnetite. Want to pass this around?
Want to explain what magnetite is? People that may not know. Bob?
Oh, here,
You want to-
battery.
You want to explain what magnetite is to people who may not know?
Magnetite comes from various areas. It's a byproduct of ore. Magnetite comes today from Minnesota. You know, that cliff mining up there. It's a byproduct. So it's already in the ground. It's non-toxic, and then also what we do here is the hemp. This is hemp fiber. We carbonize it, and so this is what we in the battery. So what we have in our battery, 2 main components, is hemp, carbonized hemp, and the magnetite. Now I'm going to show you something here. I'm going to put some water. This is pure water. I'm taking the cap off. I didn't mix anything with it. Now this is raw hemp fiber. Soak it up here a little bit. Now what this is a battery. A battery today consists of two elements. One is different than the other. Here we have copper and here we have galvanized. I could use copper, I could use steel, I could use copper, I could use aluminum. 2 different alloys. So with a catalyst, what it does, it transfers the power from the anode to the cathode. This is the cathode. See the needle wiggle? Now, if this was powdered hemp, it would be much stronger. So what we do, now, why do we use magnetite in there? Okay, I mentioned before, to charge a battery, you need a battery charger. Just like all these power stations, all these charging stations, you got to bring your car to and wait 45 minutes or what have you. What if the battery would charge itself as you drive? Oh, really? You don't have to go to a charging station? there's magnetite in with my catalyst, in with the hemp, so that magnetically, putting the magnet against the battery, it takes the electrons from the cathode back to the anode in seconds. You don't have to go to a charging station. We're also coming up right now a battery for your cell phone. How many times you go around your cell batteries? Oh, I gotta go charge it quick. What if you had a battery in your cell phone? All you do is put a magnet up against it in seconds, you're back in business again. Or your computer, you're out there with your computer, battery's running down. Put a magnet up against the back of it, your computer's fully charged again, good for another 8 hours or what have you. So basically that's what I'm talking about, and I guess I'm gonna open it up to questions. I think most of everything is handled or taken care of in the brochure as far as the hazards and that documentation that I handed out, so I'm not gonna get into that, just let you read that, take it home with you. But I guess now I'm gonna just open up the questions.
Okay, well, go ahead, Joel.
Bob, sounds great, but is there an advantage that lithium-ion batteries have over what you're talking about? That why those stay in existence with your kind of technology?
As far as why use lithium?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's really no, okay, the advantage of mine is, okay, is that I'll be 1/4 the cost. Now you take a car today, a $60,000 car, 20,000 or 15,000 of it's just in batteries. So basically you could go out and buy a Tesla car for 60,000, another car for 40,000 that's gas that has the same amenities and that, but now you're paying $20,000 more for a Tesla car. It's like pre-buying gasoline. But now wait, in 5 years from now, that battery in there is no longer warranty. Guess what? You might have to buy a new battery. Now, you've heard of the Leaf car out there. Well, that one now, anybody that has a Leaf, that the batteries run out, they're paying $15,000 to $20,000 for a battery. Now, you take a car that's 5 years old, if you have to spend $15,000 for a replacement battery, what do you think the resale of that car is? Zero. So basically, I've got a battery here that we feel will be 2 or 3 times longer life than a lithium battery, 1/4 the cost, half the weight, fully recyclable. All the materials come from the United States. Lithium now, most of the materials come from South Africa or China, of all places. Now we're trying to get lithium mines here in the United States, but because of environmental conditions and what have you, we'd have to spend billions of dollars to make this mine be safe as far as emissions of that. Over there, they don't have to do that.
Bob, why do we use lithium now instead of what we used to use? Instead of alkaline batteries,
Well,
lithium's replacing alkaline.
Well, see, okay, the alkaline battery today can only store so much electricity. The thing is with lithium, it has more density to where it can store more electricity per size. So, and it can charge faster. Other than that, that's it. Yes.
So when you put a magnet to the battery, how long does it take to charge it? Is it just seconds? Really?
If you ever take a magnet, try to pick up something, see how fast it comes,
Yeah.
that's how fast it can charge.
Amazing. That is.
I got a question.
Go ahead, Ted.
Yes, so when you're making these batteries in these South American countries, they're banking on the upcoming mining of the lithium. How are you going to feel being public enemy number 1? Just kidding. But I was talking to one of my contacts while you were presenting this, and we're going to get this funded for you. So I'll talk to Jim after.
Wow, I don't need to hear that. Chris,
Well, I think I'm gonna be, yes, and I'm not gonna be around because right now Ford and any of these others out there spend millions of dollars trying to go get a mine together in their plants and that. And I'm gonna come along with something which.
I didn't hear a word of that.
Everything there is
Just a
outdated.
second, I'll get to you. Go ahead. Go ahead and finish. Chad didn't hear what you said. Do you mind repeating what you said?
Okay,
Thanks.
basically, as far as the mines out there right now, we're spending a lot of money in the United States here opening up mines. Ford and Samsung and all, they're spending a lot of money building up factories here in the United States for making lithium batteries. Well, what I've got here right now, I'll just eliminate all, we don't need any more lithium mines. We don't need any more lithium battery factories. We need factories that make batteries out of hemp. So all that technology is out the door.
So Chad is wondering how you feel about being public enemy number one to those people that will be replaced.
Well, I'm gonna be, it's not the first time I've done that.
I know.
Back in
but,
'84,
but by doing this,
I
it's
took
going to
on
open an
AT&T
opportunity
and
for
broke up the
maybe hemp
Bellman
farming
outfit. I
down
was
there.
as one person, I and my attorney in federal court decided to break up the Bell monopoly. And I did that. Nobody ever thought that they said, Bob, you will never do it. I said, well, yeah, wait and see. In '84, I broke up the Bell monopoly. In '86, I took on the state of Minnesota because I served 9 years as advisor to the Utilities Commission. Because at that time,